right, word up. Let's
I
do
am
this.
good.
Late Ill Kid
Cool.
at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today all year, coming with another wonderful episode of That's Right, NERDSoul Gaming. It's been a rough one, but we made it. We here. We got some dope gentlemen to barbershop it up. We're gonna go down to the bottom square. You know what I'm saying? He from the dirty south anyway. Bottom square, Mark Dub from Blurtish. What's up?
What's going on? I'm trying a new one today. It's marked up. The fly is high flying this high yellow fella. Okay, it's not working. But yeah, I'm in the place to be with my brother NERDSoul and the coolest Parker Lewiz.
That's right, that's right. And right over here, PL Parker Lewiz, also known as Trap Just Blaze. What's up?
What's going on, y'all? Parker P.L. Lewiz here, Lewiz. You can do that at .com, all streaming sites, all social media platforms. Stop by, say hi, stream something, say hi.
So it's been a rough week, but I figured we start off pretty light. You know what I'm saying? I think it was last week or maybe the week before last, we were talking about Shaq. You know, Shaq Daddy being mean to the young skillets. You know what I'm saying? Looking at these young Thundercats. You know what I'm saying? Hating on them. But recently, Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry with the shot. You know, he's been breaking records, and he bypassed Reggie Miller's record. And Reggie Miller could have been a hater. But Reggie Miller was like, yo, man, salute. You know what I'm saying? I see you doing your thing. I'm happy to see you shine. See, that's how a veteran's supposed to do. A veteran's supposed to be like, yo, man, I want to see you shine, kid. I want to see you blow up. I want to see you do your thing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't hate on Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? He ain't take a chance to maybe, you know, shoot, you know, take shots at him. Nah. It's just like, yo, man, much love. So I want to give a shout out to Reggie Miller. You know what I'm saying? You know, much love to him.
Yeah, clap it up for Reggie one time.
Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
Shaq is great. Like, Shaq is a 4-time champion. He was at one time the most dominant player in the league. Like, dude, no one can take away from your impact. Like, no one questions your greatness.
True.
So I don't know why the hate for the youngsters who are trying to do what
Shaq
you
on
do.
his Roy
Like,
Jones
never
tip.
do it.
Shaq on his Roy Jones tip. Y'all must have forgot.
Yo, it's funny. I remember I was watching a stream. I can't remember whose, but there was somebody in the chat that was like, Shaq won all that. He was just big, and I was like, hold up, though. It's not like Shaq played in a league where everybody else was like 6'1". All right, Shaq played at a time where arguably you could say the big men were better at that time and more plentiful at that time than they are now, and Shaq still shined. Now
he played them all. The only one he had a problem with was Olajuwon.
Yeah, him and Hakeem didn't really mesh.
Like, nobody see Hakeem, fam.
Yo, Hakeem was
nobody see Hakeem.
Hakeem was a soccer player, man. Hakeem's footwork was so immaculate,
impeccable.
You couldn't do anything with him.
That's like
Hakeem was nice.
When Kobe says, I studied his footwork, they asked Kobe, like, yo, whose footwork did you study? And he said, Hakeem. He was like, all right, fam. That's how you know he was real.
Yeah.
That's how you knew he was real.
Hakeem was real, for real. Like, he had skills. And, you know, he was not to be played with. But, you know, to all those people that think, like, oh, Shaq was just big, you might want to go back and look at that, you know, that young Shaq. Now, I know we all know, you know, like Miami Shaq. I'm talking about Orlando Shaq and like new Lakers Shaq, like that Shaq. Because
getting the rebound and starting the fast break and dunking it by himself, Shaq. That guy.
Yeah, like
man,
that
he was
guy,
a monster. He was a physical specimen. You know, he was a 7-footer who moved. He didn't move like other 7-footers. You know, it looked like Patrick Ewing looked like he was moving in mud. Hey, but he'll still shoot your eyes out.
Especially older Ewan.
Yeah, older Ewan had bad knees and it showed.
Yeah,
and Shaq used to bang on him. I'd be like, come on, Shaq. Come on, bro.
It's like,
but
let him live.
He got everybody else like that, too. He got Mourning like that. Like, Shaq was a monster, man.
Alonzo Mourning had, and that was my guy back in the day, boy. Alonzo Mourning. And I remember when I met him, I was like, yo, when you coming back? And he just busted out laughing. Like, I'm probably done. Because I was like, first, I didn't realize how much taller he was than I. Because, you see people on TV and you're like, oh, yeah, they tall, word. And when you talk to somebody and you like this,
right,
it's a whole nother level. Because I was like, yo, Alonzo Mourning, when you coming back?
Yeah, bro, it is something different when you meet like a legit 7 foot tall person.
It's like, yo, man, I don't think people should be this tall in general. like this is just, I think they need to stop this. But nah, on the real, much love to Reggie Miller. Just wanted to throw out some love to him. Hey, look, you down with us. But I got another small thing. Go ahead.
You know what's funny, man? It seems like no one in the league liked Miller. No one liked Reggie Miller. I think Reggie Miller was an alright guy. I mean, he used to beef with Michael, but
you gotta remember the times, right? You gotta remember the times. Like back then, the league was physical, right? Not like how it is now. It's like you look at somebody right now and it's a foul. Like if LeBron said, hey, man, he looked at me too hard. Technical foul, fam. Like that's the league right now, right? Yeah. But back in Reggie's time, you got to remember, Reggie is like a 175, 180 soaking wet going up against grown-ass man.
He was like, little.
He was like a gnat. Reggie was like a gnat. Like he was like a pesky gnat. I can see why they hated it. I can see why. He was the gnat.
I can see why they hated him.
Like, go away.
And then remember when he did the choke? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Knicks fans will forever hate Reggie Miller.
Knicks are going to hate Reggie Miller forever and ever.
Forever. But there's nothing he could do to ever live that one down. Ever.
Nah, he destroyed their dreams like 2-3 years in a row or something?
Yeah.
It's tough. But speaking of fouls, Jamal Murray got ejected for a flagrant foul this week. Tim Hardaway Jr. was just minding his business, man. All right, so Tim Hardaway Jr., the way this play goes out, Tim Hardaway Jr. mind his business. He's like, all right, word. Let me get up to guard this dude. And dude gets up off the ground. Jamal Murray gets up off the ground and just literally takes his whole arm, like slams it into his crotch. Like, bruh. And then he grabs his leg. He made sure. Like he got his whole nuts. All right.
I am not hold on now, Mr. NERDSoul. Now, I am in no way defending anyone punching anybody in those parts. But the reason why Jamal Murray ended up on the floor. Why don't we ask how he ended up on the floor?
All right, how did he end up on the floor?
The guy who got punched in the nuts threw him on the ground.
Oh, Tim Hardaway Jr. threw him on the ground. Okay.
That was his retaliation. I mean, we hear press conferences all the time. You hear these new coaches. You hear these press conferences. We're going to bite him in the ankles. We're going to hit him in the palms.
We're going to bite him in the ankles. We're going to nibble him.
I mean, hey, he got caught up, okay?
Yo, man. He was like, look, now I will say this. I bet you Tim Hardaway won't do that again. Sorry, Tim Hardaway Jr.
He won't. Not to Jamal Murray anyway.
Yo, man.
You know what? If he's like his father, he will. He absolutely will. Tim Hardaway he also was an irritant. He was about to.
He was Chris Paul before
though.
Chris Paul.
Yo, you know what? He was the OG Chris Paul.
Yeah.
He was. Without the injuries.
And it's kind of crazy how, if you look at their careers, like they kind of mirror each other. Like long playoff runs, lengthy careers.
Yeah.
Didn't win.
No rings.
Like if I'm
Great
not,
players,
I don't think Tim has a ring. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's got a ring.
No, I don't think Tim has a ring. If you in the chat or in the replay, let us know. I don't think Tim has a ring.
Let us. I could be wrong, but I don't think Tim's got a ring.
Nah, I don't think Tim has a ring. And big shout out to another player since I'm from VA, Allen Iverson. Man.
Bubba Chuck.
If only. Man. Talk about another player that had like nobody. No, hold up. Later on, he kind of had somebody, but him and the coach didn't really get along, and then front office issues, and then his own personal issues.
Quiet
if you look at the rest of his squad, he didn't have a doo-doo team, but the Sixers weren't like
quiet as is kept.
They were like just above mediocre.
Quiet as is kept, NERDSoul.
AI
was actually a better football player than a basketball player. And we know how great of a basketball player he was.
Yeah.
According to the legend. Remember, because
he got caught up.
I grew up in VA
he got caught
too.
Up. He got caught
According
up.
to the legend, man, AI was the baddest thing since Randall.
Yeah,
and he got caught up.
They say he was a short Michael Vick. He was
Vic before Vic.
Right, he was amazing. They said when he went to Georgetown, that John Thompson caught him after practice one day. He was heading to football practice. He said, "Where are you going?" He said, "To football practice." He said, "Nah, not if you're gonna play for me. You're gonna play basketball or you're gonna play football, but you're not gonna do both." And he chose basketball.
And the whole legend that goes down where there was the issue at the bowling alley. He finally got that cleared up. And then, his mom went to the coach and was like, look, give him a shot. And rest is history. Still, he's another one of them that's like, yo, this dude, it's kind of one of them things you want to give him an honorary ring. Like, you know how the Oscars give you that honorary Oscar? It's like a couple of dudes, you like, yo, you're a Hall of Famer. If things had worked out, like if you were playing today, you probably would have ended up, linking up with another player and being with like 2-3 other players, and you would have been fine. He did end up playing with Melo, but Melo and Iverson in the same squad.
It was at the end of his career.
Yeah, it was like the end of his career.
Yeah, man. He wasn't. He didn't have the same kind of impact, man. He didn't want to accept a lesser role, which, man, he's Iverson. He's the illest.
I mean, he had Weber in Philly.
It was hard to ask a cat like that to come off a bench.
Yeah.
His pride wasn't gonna let it happen. And I mean, his pride was part of the reason he catapulted as far as he did, as small as he was.
They said he was definitely like this little guy just running up and down the court. And incredible. Like some of the most incredible moments. I'm glad I was able to see that. And he also changed the league as well. Like the whole attitude around the league and like players and tattoos, cornrows, the shorts, all that changed. He changed all. He basically brought hip hop culture to NBA. Gotta give it to homie. Gotta give it to him. And shout out to Blurtish in the chat. Said Mark Dub got a fresh cut.
Oh yeah, man. My barber took 20 years off me. I'm like Fat Nas, the Fat Baton Rouge Nas.
Now, since we were talking about Allen Iverson, I want to stick in Virginia for a minute. Your boy Trey Songz, shouts to Petersburg, seems to be trying out for MMA. Dude has an ill headlock that we never knew about. never knew he had a headlock like that.
Stop saying that. Finish your thought. But finish your thought. We're gonna come back. Finish your thought though. Last
year we thought all he knew about was golden showers. This year we found out he knows about jiu-jitsu too. So
he studied under Bruce P.
He was on the 4th, I was on the 3rd. Yo, so PL, what you got?
Nah, man, this is not the first time we've seen Trey Songz get physical. Pause. This is not the first time we've seen him. Nah. Cut that out. This is not. Oh my God, the R&B singer. Oh no. With that being said, though, if you see the video, that whole situation went unnecessary from the go. Nah, fam. The officer in that case is dead wrong, but nah, we not gonna say that Trey. It's the first time we've seen poor Trey Songz.
Trey Songz ain't never did nothing to nobody.
Nah, we not letting that one get off. Nah.
Blurty said Trey about to dive in. Yo, I didn't hear the audio from the video, but it looked like, so the officer comes up to him. I don't know, he was doing something wrong because on the video I didn't get any audio. So I don't know.
Trey Songz was getting heckled.
Oh, he was getting heckled.
He was getting heckled.
Trey Songz was getting heckled. Playing. One of the other attendants at the game called the police on the dude that was heckling Trey Songz. And instead of pressing the dude that was heckling him, the cop pressed Trey Songz.
Because he was black. And Trey Songz said,
"You ain't heard that from me."
Hey, Trey Songz said, "You gonna think I invented flex?"
Like Trey Songz said, "Yeah." Look, I'm gonna just say this to that officer that got headlocked by Trey Songz. Don't come to work tomorrow. Just don't come to work. Don't come back to work, cause you're useless. All right, our R&B singer took you down. We don't need you on the force no more. This ain't police academy. All right, this gonna take. We already put your box together. It's on your desk. Go ahead, please see your way.
How great would it have been if Michael Winslow was in the background, like, drop it?
Yo, man, but yeah,
that boxed the man things up already.
Yo, man, boxing. Look, you know how you get to the you know how you get to work. You see people get to work and they be like, come into the conference room, please. And you know what that means. When you get to work and they want to take you straight to the conference room, and the conference room is in front of the building. They're like, we ain't even let you get into the building all the way. We gonna keep your butt in the front. You're like, why we got security guards and something?
Nah. I gotta get something out my locker real quick.
Nah, we already got it.
They said, gotta get my coffee. I can't have my coffee. I gotta go straight in the locker room.
You don't need nothing from here no more.
Yo, at my job, man, they used to have, whenever they was walking somebody out, they had this real slim, congenial white guy. Everybody got along with him. He used to come and walk you out, and I think he talked like Mr. Rogers or something. Well, it's time to go. And I had a friend. She was leaving. She told my boss. She said, "Hey, y'all gonna need to get more than Tweety Bird to come on and walk me out, y'all."
Wow. Look, see, everybody ain't just gonna leave peacefully. You know what I'm saying?
Why you had to call the man Tweety Bird?
Just take your L. Like, look, it's happened to me before. I just took my L out. I sat in the room. I sat in. I let them talk. I said, is there a severance? They said whether there was a severance or not. One time I've got a severance, one time I didn't. I was just like, all right, cool. I took my box. I was like, this way, no doubt. I was like, you ain't gonna phase me. It was like when Shaq was like, you ain't never gonna be great. I
Bet.
was like, you gonna miss me. It was rough after that job. It was rough. I was unemployed for a while, but now I'm back and I'm making more than I was when I was at that job. Hallelujah. But anyway.
Hallelujah.
But anyway, all the short stories out the way. I did want to touch on Connor McGregor. Blader said that, Connor McGregor got touched up since we last spoke. But Floyd Mayweather made a statement on IG that I thought was very interesting. He says, "I seen this post, and my take on it is that the world knows con artist McLoser can steal everything from me and be loved, but I'm hated. That just lets you know lets you all know that racism still exists. Just know that bum will never be me or be on my level. I'm just built different. My mindset is on another planet. My skills are second to none. I'm a natural born winner, and yes, I talk a lot of trash, but every time I back it up. This is why they hate. It's sad that you can be a poor black kid from the ghetto that has dealt with racism your whole life and worked extremely hard to put yourself and your family in a better position, and most of the hate comes from our own people. Connor cannot even win in his own sport, but talking about coming back to boxing to fight Pacquiao. Nobody wants to see that. It's like my leftovers fighting leftovers, or leftovers eating leftovers. So there's a lot in that statement.
A whole lot.
A whole lot. I'd like to talk to Floyd Mayweather real quick. He watches the show. Floyd, I apologize. I've jumped on the bandwagon on you before because you don't do it the way I would normally do it. I don't like your style sometimes, but you know what? You writing this. I can't imagine the pressure coming where you came from. You did all this, you won. No losses. Everybody hating you. You doing what you got to do to sell tickets. Everybody hating you. You ain't out punching old people. You ain't out going to jail, messing around, people in the tour bus. You ain't got allegations of sexual assault and all kinds of mess. But meanwhile, you hate it, and folks like myself jumped in as well. So I apologize. Because you know what? Even though you're a little more flashy than I prefer, the money phone thing, it's tough for me, but you earned it, and you ain't hurt nobody. Well, I mean, besides, you know what I'm talking about.
You ain't hurt nobody.
You ain't hurt regular people. You hurt people that signed up to be hurt. So I'll say that. Now, as far as the Conor McGregor stuff, yes, they're doing straight racism. Because Conor McGregor, if he was black, would not be getting away with all this and would not be getting the shine that he's getting because dude is losing way too much to still be like, who? People still care to see this guy fight? So I got to give it to you. I've been wrong about you for a long time. There's some flashy stuff, you know what I'm saying? You do some stuff that I would consider silly style. But, you know what I'm saying? You're right. You got my support. You know what I'm saying? Plus that whole thing with 50 Cent, that was corny anyway. But, you know what I'm saying? Look, we here now. We here. You know what I'm saying? Black power. That's all I had to say to Floyd. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And Blurter said Connor's fans are the ones who stormed the Capitol. True. Very true. And that's why they like him so much. Because he says stuff about Mayweather that they want to say to you at your job every day. But I'll let that run in your mind for just a moment. But anyway, there's a lot in here. Is there anything that you brothers would like to touch on?
I just want to say one quick thing. Just one quick thing.
All right, word.
None of what he said is incorrect. None of what he said was out of line.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that he said was in bounds.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a quick question.
All right.
Where was this energy when your ass was in the Gucci store when we was banning Gucci and we was off Gucci and they caught you in the Gucci store and you said no. Racism don't exist, man.
I forgot about that. Dang it. Mayweather, you're back on it.
No.
I forgot about that.
That's not what I meant to do. We are giving the man a shout out because, like I
we're giving a
said,
shout out.
none of what he said was incorrect.
But I do remember that.
Sometimes you just gotta question the messenger. Sometimes
he was like, I'm buying my Gucci. I don't know about y'all.
That's all. That's all I'm saying. But like I said, nothing that he said was wrong. I'm done.
Right. You know what? They say a broke clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
I'm still not a Mayweather fan. I mean, I can't take away from him. The brother, he had 50 fights, 51 if you count Connor, and he ain't get hit. He's a great champion of dodgeball and track and field.
Dodgeball and track and field.
But also everything he said was correct. It is straight up racism, but just his memory was really short. And thank you for bringing that up. Thank you, because it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. You know,
true.
When he was doing his flashy thing and he took his shots at whoever. That's the part of him that I'm not a fan of. But again, he nailed the point very articulately. I'm sure he had some help.
He got the money team.
But
remember when who was remember when
he's absolutely right.
Ray J did an interview. Was it on Breakfast Club where he was like, we was with the money team. We was with the money team.
Oh, yeah.
That was the interview that made the Breakfast Club blow up.
That broke the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, what happened? Did Fabulous hit him or something? I can't remember what the story was.
There's a great episode. There's a great episode of Drink Champs. Fabulous, Diddy, Jadakiss, they're all on, and Fab tells
at the same time,
and it's the most funniest thing you'll ever see in your life.
I guess they buried the hatchet on some things.
Nah, everything, the whole story gets played, and it's hilarious. No disrespect to Ray J. I know you watch the show. Salute.
Yo, speaking of Ray J, when I first moved out here, I went to some club out here. I can't remember. It's downtown. Man, I can't. It's like tons of levels and stuff. It's crazy. It's like one of those TV clubs that you go there. It's like confetti flying everywhere and lights and everything, different levels and everything. And Ray J comes in.
Every club in LA, bro.
Well, nah, I've been to some joints out here too, like where it's like, yo, like is somebody is this condemned? but Ray J comes in, and I'm like, so it's Ray J. Women went wild, wild. I mean, stampeding to the stage. I'm on the second level looking down. I'm like, oh, of course, Ray J. No, man, it was a sea of women that rushed the stage because of Ray J.
You better put some respect on that man's name. That's Ray J.
Ray J is always going to be Brandy's little brother. That's how I met him. How I met him is Brandy's little brother. But apparently they must have met him through a videotape because they rushed the stage like he wasn't on Moesha. All right, they rushed the stage like they don't remember Let It Go, which was a good song. Don't sleep. But at the same time, I'm like, maybe they remember. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. But all I know
one wish. They just had one wish. I mean, one wish was a joint. Ray J got them hits. Like 4 of them.
And he
Tyler
did hit
Bennett
it
said the
first.
disrespect on God's name is wild. Yo, I just didn't
Let's
know Ray
not
J had
forget
it like
he
that
did
out
hit
here.
it first.
Yeah, he did. I just didn't know Ray J had it like that. I was like, Ray J? Really? I was like, dang. I guess he killing it out here. Because in Virginia, you know, his name didn't really ring bells. And when I grew up, I was just like, oh, cool, it's Brady's little brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was kind of like the annoying son that Frank, we messed around and found out that he was really Frank's son and all that mess and whatever. But he was just Brady's little brother. But out here, I was like, you would have thought it was like Prince or something. I was like, this is Ray J.
Mike, he
really
did make Sexy Can I?
Oh, yeah.
In LA too? Yeah.
But
you should have known that was going to happen.
We was with the money team. We was with the money team. That's all
Shout
I
out to my guy. He remade Sexy Can I into Sexy Grandma Eating Bananas.
Wow.
I was like, yeah. I was like, whoa.
Oh, man. Sexy Grandma, boy. I mean, the sad thing is with the internet, you know there's probably one.
Oh, yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's probably one. The internet, whenever you be like, that's a crazy idea. That doesn't exist. The internet's like, no, it does exist.
I got classmates. I'm in my 40s. I got classmates who are banging grandmas.
Wow.
Like they are banging.
And see, also the world we live in now, it'd be grandmas to be like 36. You'd be like, hold on, what? Be like, oh, well, okay, so this is weird, but I guess, because when I was younger, grandmas was old, all right? Now, grandmas done flipped it, all right? They ain't old no more. Like
Grandma got her groove back.
Was grandmas.
They got fly grandmas.
Wait, grandmas was grandmas when I was little, all right? You know, they had the little packet of crackers that you ate in church. They had Werther's Originals. You know, that's grandma. All right? That's what grandma's is.
Hard candies in their purse, peppermint.
got a little mint for you. Because you know, whenever you with grandma, she going to have snacks. All right? You're going to have a little something. You be like, Grandma, I'm hungry. Just take this, baby. Grandmas ain't doing that no more. All right? Look. We need to bring real grandmas back. You know what I'm saying?
Grandma got a blood in her purse. Grandma got a joint in her purse. Like, no, I ain't got no snacks in here, baby.
Got a medical card. This CBD.
Tyler Bennett said, okay,
glaucoma.
Oh, man.
But grandma can see. She ain't got glaucoma.
Nah, she ain't got no glaucoma. Nah. Tyler Bennett said, blame Tyler Perry. So, last story, which was an interesting story this week, comes by way of Yahoo News. Seahawks Chad Wheeler arrested for allegedly strangling, assaulting black girlfriend. Now, I'm going to go in and say we could possibly get rid of the alleged because we've seen pictures of this woman, but let me go ahead with the story. Wheeler was released on $400,000 bail, according to jail records. It's now been confirmed that Chad Wheeler, backup offensive tackle, he a backup too? All right, backup offensive tackle for the Seattle Seahawks, was arrested on charges of domestic violence and assault against his girlfriend. Saturday, the Seattle Seahawks official lineman was arrested and booked into the King County Jail in Seattle on Tuesday morning. He was released. And basically what went down. By the documents.
Pause.
Oh, go ahead.
Pause. Now.
He said, now.
You said that this happened on Saturday, right?
Yes. Saturday meaning the one that just passed, meaning.
And then you also said that he
23rd.
was not booked on. Then you said he wasn't arrested and booked until Tuesday. Why is that?
Because he's
on. I got more.
Oh.
I'm just getting started because this one kind of got me hot.
All
right. So if this was any player that looked like one of us,
yep,
we would have
Yep.
seen this player's face all over the news.
Bruh.
We would have heard about it from sun up to sundown for weeks. Mind you, again, this happened on Saturday. Huh?
They would have been like, is there a problem in football?
Mind you, again, this happened on Saturday evening. We don't start talking about this until Wednesday. Because he does not get arrested for this until Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
That's number 2. Number 3, I don't know if any of you gentlemen have heard the details of the incident. It's gruesome.
Yeah, the article gets to it. I was about to get to that. Dude is crazy.
Homeboy choked his girl so bad when he realized that she wasn't dead. He said, "Oh, I thought I killed you."
Yeah, he was surprised that she wasn't dead. That's how bad he beat
This
her.
This is the worst part of the whole thing. Now, I am a major advocate of mental health, a big proponent of it, but we're also not going to allow people to hide behind it either.
Yeah.
So the major issue that I have with this whole thing is now this gentleman has almost been victimized in a sense.
Yep.
Because they're saying that, oh, he's not responsible for this. His disease was responsible for this. Yep. Because the young man allegedly has bipolar disease.
Yep.
But he's already
have
admitted
CTE. We don't know.
To not taking his medication for weeks. So how are we still using that as a crutch for this young man?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, man? I have a friend who is a mental health counselor, and she always says, one of the things she always says is, I try to understand why, once I understand what your condition is, and I can understand some of your behavior. With that being said, it doesn't justify it. You have to take the steps to maintain your mental health. And still, you if you explode on somebody, you still need to be accountable for that what you do, and especially if you're someone like if you've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and they have you on meds, take your meds, because then if something like this man, he nearly killed somebody, he thought he did, and that person is fortunate to have survived, and he's like. He almost got away with it too if it wasn't for those law enforcement folks.
Like how you almost kill somebody on Saturday, the police come to the crib, and then you got to come back. How you go?
Like how they got to figure out whether or not they're going to charge her.
You see the pictures of her.
So
now remember,
fam,
it's not too long ago that Ray Rice happened.
Time out. NERDSoul, hold on. Y'all not hearing me. So they went to the house after she called the police. They went there. They seen her, him, and left.
Yep. It says, obtained a report from Kent, Washington Police Department, which states a distraught woman called 911 following a physical fight with her boyfriend. Stop saying physical fight. This was not a fight. Not at all. But anyway,
this is a
physical fight with her boyfriend.
lineman versus a 125-pound female. It's not a fight.
Yeah. Claiming that she was being killed. Responding officers say they heard screaming from inside the apartment upon arrival and had to force their way into the home. They headed to the bathroom where the screaming appeared to be coming from and found Wheeler standing beside the victim. Authorities say that he had picked the lock of the bathroom door. If he was black and he was uncooperative, he would have been dead. But somehow,
he'd have been perforated like Charmin's tissue.
You're making it worse. So the police came to his house. He was uncooperative. We have a woman that almost died, and they
He's
left.
standing right beside her.
They don't arrest him till Tuesday.
Man, I just want y'all to remember Ray Rice. Ray Rice, they talked about Ray Rice for a good year, if not more. This dude, you had to find this story. I didn't see this trending. Someone had to send this to me. Like, yo, NERDSoul, I know you're talking sports now. Check this out. And then I saw Tariq Nasheed say something about it, and I was like, oh, word? Wow.
I remember Mark Chmura, tight end for the championship Green Bay Packers, when Brett Favre won. He was celebrated, and then it came out that he was sleeping with his 14-year-old babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
They let that story, they let him retire gracefully, quietly, and that story evaporated into nothing.
Pedophile.
People don't even remember that happened. They remember Mark Chmura, Super Bowl tight end. That story, everything about that just got swept right up under the rug. They never even mention him when they talk about that championship game.
Yep. And the sad thing is, on her side, you have this conversation that's not going on about this is not the dog out what you do at home or who you with, who you like, whatever. But the conversation that's not happening is the conversation about the racial atmosphere surrounding both of them. You know what I'm saying? White man beating a black woman that's supposed to be his in a physical fight, which isn't a physical fight. Stop using words to try to make it seem like there was some kind of.
He told the woman to bow down to him.
Yes.
And she refused. So he cold-cocked her.
Yeah.
That's not a fight.
So, once again, let's swing back around to this racism. A white man telling a black woman to bow down to him. And when she does not, he beats her. What does that sound like? I did not see this trending, especially from the Gender Wars Black Twitter side of Twitter. Did not see this trending. Nah. But if it was a black man, all I'm saying is, Black Twitter, where you at? Where you at? Y'all love them gender wars, right? This is a man. Where you at? Where you at? Are you scared of this man for some particular reason? I'm just saying, Black Twitter, we got to be fair. Got to keep it on the level. Y'all love gender wars, right? Here one for you. So to try to ignore the racial not even undertones, overtones of this. And nobody, it's like we said, it's like it didn't happen. Like, I never saw it trending. Someone had to send this to me, and I had to look, and I was like, oh, snap. And then when I saw the pictures of her, I was like, Jesus. But at the same time, it's a little, all right, she's a girl, or she's a woman that dates NFL players. So she's probably like petite, pretty, all that stuff. She's not out there Ronda Rouseying it up. You know what I'm saying? So he beat her almost into death. Was surprised she wasn't dead because he asked her, he demanded she bow down to him. Also, the conversation about fetishizing black women in America is not happening. But I'm crazy when I call Black Twitter out for being
those conversations need to happen, but the more important conversation at the moment is awareness for this incident. You're not wrong, NERDSoul.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. We're going to get to that.
Hopefully.
Let's just get to talking about this one first. But we're going to get to them.
Hopefully they don't try to hit us with
need to get addressed.
Yeah. Because hopefully they don't hit us with the, he just needs help. he just needs help. It's like, no, he needs to be in jail.
Nah.
Now.
I feel like the league,
need
now
help.
that the light has been
he
shown
passed
on
help.
it, now that the light has been shown on it, they're going to take appropriate action because they don't want to look as bad as they did with some of these other. I say that, but how many
It's the
times have they
NFL.
let
The NFL
cats
don't care.
play? They've let cats slide and let cats play.
He's not an NFL player anymore. He's been cut from the team. They're not liable. They're not responsible for anything anymore.
Oh.
I hope they let him burn then. And I hope he get everything coming to him.
Yeah,
I thought he was a current player, so he's not on nobody's roster.
No. The day after the news hit, the team posted a statement on Twitter, and that was it.
Wow.
We're not liable for anything he's done. We don't condone anything he's done.
And not even,
we've cut him from the team. Y'all have a good day.
And probably didn't say nothing about the woman either. Probably didn't say anything like, we're sorry to hear about such and such. You know what I'm saying? This shouldn't have happened to her. He's not on our team. They didn't say nothing about her probably. They was probably just like, he ain't on our team. We don't know him like that.
Situation is messed up, man.
Yo, and now to semi-quote the homie Reuben Warren, I'm pretty sure he's gonna tweet something like new headline from Grapevine or the Griot, how straight black men are the reason Chad Wheeler beat up a black woman. But all jokes aside, once again, Saturday, we didn't even get a piece of a hint of this until Wednesday. I mean, dude wasn't even arrested until Tuesday. That's how good it is. Things are so good that the dude that was definitely at the Capitol just pled not guilty today. Like, that's that type of stuff. It's like, hold up, what? Not guilty? Dude, this is you. We got you. It's done. It's a slam dunk case. This is definitely you. We got you. Your DNA's there. Your picture's there. Everything. That's you, dog. That's you. Nah, man, not guilty. Huh? Oh, so you going to do the it wasn't me? That's what you going to do?
Which one was it? Was it the one holding the podium like?
Yeah, the one with it was the one with the bullhorn hat, the buffalo hat. He said not guilty. Not guilty to what? Because you guilty of everything. You was there. You was breaking stuff, walking around. Look,
Prove it,
man. Stop it.
Prove it,
man. It's a shame because the sad part is, and as I look through this article, I don't even see this young lady's name. So they didn't even spend time to put her name on this joint.
I'm not mad at that.
Oh, word?
I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
As a victim, we don't know how crazy he is.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I'm not mad at that.
True. Good point on that one.
I'm not mad at
You're
that.
right. Yeah. And she might not want to be named. So that's
right. She might want to try to resume her life, and
yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that one.
So then we circle back around to like, yo, somebody got to do something about the NFL because we don't see that. Hold up. When I say we don't see this, I'm not saying it never ever 0% happens. What I'm saying is this is generally not coming from tennis players. It's generally not coming from like baseball players. Now, it does happen, but football, it's something about football players. They be on some other stuff. Like they be on another level. Like it's like they be like, yo, we gonna push the envelope because we wild. All right, what you got, PL?
And I don't wanna blame it all on it, but they say CTE, man. CTE can lead to cats being like super violent. And I mean, you look at Chris Benoit, man. I hate to go there. I love football, man. But
I'm not ready to jump. I'm not ready to look. I'm not ready to blame football like that. Like I think All right, allow me to elaborate. These types of incidents happen in every sport.
Yeah.
In every sport. Do you know how many baseball players this happens to at least once a week? And half the time we don't hear about it.
Okay, now that might be true. Maybe we aren't hearing about it. It just seems like the
You know how
wilder
many
stories.
times this happens in the NBA? And
It just
we
seems
don't
like the
hear
wilder
about
stories
it?
come from NFL.
And there's a reason for that. We have to sensationalize that athlete. He's a killer. He's a monster. Tune in on Sundays and watch him decapitate somebody. There's a reason.
Right,
there's a stigma. There's a certain stigma. Of course, we know that CTE is a thing. We know it exists. We know all that. We know that.
Yeah.
But there's a certain stigma attached to the NFL player. It just is. It just is. He's sensationalized to be a beast. When all that man for 6 days out of the week, all he wants to do is go home and love his wife and kid. On that 7th day, he turns into that animal.
It's the demographics, yeah. It's the demographics. And you look at who's painting the picture. Because again, Chad Wheeler was brutal. Like this ain't an argument. This is I tried to kill her, and I wasn't good at it.
Yeah, for him to,
and he still got 4 more days to terrorize her, to do whatever it was he was saying. Let her know I'm gonna finish the job or whatever, because nothing happened.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm interested now, so I'm gonna follow this story. He's not in the NFL. The NFL has already been like, we don't know him. So since he's just a regular dude, he's not a player. Let's see. Let's see where this one go. I'm gonna follow this. I'm gonna follow this up. Keep following. See where this go. Because like I said, someone sent this to me, and I stay. Well, I don't stay on Twitter all the time, but I pop in and out of Twitter, checking trending topics, see what's going on, whether it's like news or Marvel, DC, some video game stuff, sports, whatever. I pop in and out. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I was not looking for this. I keep my antennas out there for sports. And did not hear. Someone had to send this to me.
You know what?
Didn't hear nothing.
They're just gonna blame the algorithm.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Oh well, see, people were talking about it. You just don't understand the way Twitter works." And it's no, there's no way his name.
There was a glitch
trending.
in the algorithm.
Yeah, you don't blame the algorithm, boy. Oh man,
so ain't no glitch. The glitch was that I wasn't saying nothing. That was the glitch.
Thank you. It's like, come on, man. So, with that said, that's what we got this week. That's the craziest stuff that's going on this week. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland. They tried it in LA. They tried it, but LA was like, you think we Brooklyn?
Hey man, no.
You're like, you better take that back to the East Coast. No. Take that back over there.
No.
Turn to the East and go back.
Word.
Oh man.
Cleveland
LeBron was like,
not here.
Yo, look, like I said, LeBron gonna get another ring. If he follows my plan, he's getting 2 more. All right. Follows my plan. Listen to me. Once again, Nostradamus on this. Nasty Nas to Escobar. Now he is Nostradamus. Look.
You read tarot cards, it's the Pharaoh Nas.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? Look, check it. Everything goes like I wanted to go. 2 more rings. All right? 2 more. But with that said, shout out to the chat. Tyler Bennett, Blurtish in the house. Good to see y'all rolling through once again. Down at the bottom square, you know him, you love him. Mark Dub, say what's up.
Yes, again, it's Mark Dub, aka Light Skin License, Light Tyson. Like, you know, I am under obligation to say www.blerd-ish.com. Coop is bigger than me, and he will beat me up. So let me go ahead and get that out of the way. I'm
you've been
on
getting
Instagram.
nice. You've been doing backflips. I saw you.
Hey.
Yo, Mark Dub been in the gym. I was like, go ahead, Mark.
Shout out to my trainer, man. Renaissance training, man. That as my brother B, man. He got me doing stuff I ain't done in a long time.
Yeah. I was like, hold on, homie did a cartwheel into a backflip? Oh, yo, look. Yo, Marvel. Yo, call him up, man.
Hey,
you know
Fat Panther.
Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Holla at him. You know what I'm saying?
I be the Fat Panther. I ain't gonna be Chadwick. Look, I'll be running down Michael B. Jordan, and I'll be like, hold up, Mike. I need a break.
You start chasing Michael B. Jordan, then you like jump in the car. You like, nah, we ain't doing
Instead
all
of
that.
chasing Killmonger, I'm gonna chase Kill Hunger, a Snicker bar.
Oh man. Anyway,
I'm Mark Dub on IG. I'm Mark Wallace on Facebook. I'm Space H3K on Twitter. I will tweet more. I've said it for 4 years. I mean it this time.
Word up. So then right over here, yo, look, he's the Black Kanye, Long Beach Hove, PL Parker Lewis.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all coming through. Appreciate for everybody that will be watching later. It's your boy Parker PL Lewis, man. Lewis with the Z, please. LEWIZ. .com. All social media, all streaming platforms. New music drop in February 19th. Help the Bear, featuring NERDSoul as well. Stay tuned, man. Let's get it.
Yeah, and of course, NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. That's right. Hit them thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. Hit them thumbs down if you don't. If you don't, I'm gonna send Floyd Mayweather after you. All right. You don't want that. All right. I think he still got a little flow with him. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Floyd Mayweather, if you ain't a pro, the newly articulate thug.
Podcast if you want to listen, Spotify for that music. And of course, we're gonna leave y'all with Arckatron. That dude is he's the realness. He got them beats. So don't sleep. So from us to you, thank you for chilling, hanging out, and peace. And you know what I'm saying, of course, you know, we gonna make it come true on that Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Look, they getting that ring. And Clippers could just stay home. We out.
Peace.